I want to be quite honest about my journey because I just feel like the internet is just saying the same thing about self-love. And self-love is something that has been used to some extent. People just use it randomly. Self-love, I'm feeling myself, I love myself, because you took a selfie and the selfie is looking fine and you think you have self-love. And like, self-love is beyond the hashtags. Self-love is beyond putting it out there on social media that you're on a journey to self-love. Self-love is actually working on yourself. Self-love is actually loving yourself. Now it's time to stop the talking and start doing.
Own it, girl, you just own it.
Welcome once again, and to my supporters, those of you that watch my videos, like, leave comments, I want to tell you thank you so much. I really do appreciate your support, your comments, your likes. And if you're watching my videos and you don't leave likes, you don't leave comments, please at least leave a thumbs up this video so that other people can get to see this video. That is the little support you can give to me. Okay, so without further ado, let's go right into the video. Don't forget to breathe out. I don't know the kind of day you're having. Maybe it's a good day, maybe it's a bad day, but I just want you to breathe and get a bottle of water. Get your cup of water. Okay, we are still drinking water. Don't say that because I'm not carrying water. I'm not going to carry water because I took my water before I started doing this video. You don't know about it. Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into this video. So I'll be talking about my journey to self-love. And first of all, as a young growing teenager, as a young girl in my JSS2 to JSS3, I wanted to be loved. The truth is that every one of us wants to be loved, want to be seen, want to be heard and desired. So first off, I felt like I didn't want to date because obviously they have admonished us times without number that we should not see boys. Oh, my battery is low. They've admonished us times without number that we should not see boys, we should not talk to boys and all. So I wasn't planning to date these boys, but only them coming to approach me or ask me out, they are the same thing. It made me feel desired, it made me feel loved, and somehow it transitioned into how I viewed myself. So because I feel like they love me, I also felt loved, and I also felt like I had self-love. And I didn't even know. I think that in your teenage years is when you have identity crisis. I didn't even know who I was at this point. I went to church, I prayed, I took devotion seriously and all, but I didn't know who I really was. Just like when you go to church, you're like, right on, sir, right on, pastor. And when you come out of the church, just in the door, it's as if they did wipe it and wipe. You don't even remember whatever was said in church. You just come out or maybe you can remember it for a few days and everything is gone. That was how it was like. I got complimented, and after some days I still feel like I wanted more compliments. I wanted to be desired more, just like the belly that doesn't get filled of water. No matter how much water you take, you don't get filled for life. You will still test again. And that was how it was, because I was seeking this self-love from the external. That was where the problem was, and this continued for a very long time. And after that, I transitioned. I was not like, you know what, I think that if I should emulate the cool girls, then I'll be loved and desired, and from there I will emit self-love. I didn't even know about the term self-love then, but I just know that if I'm loved and desired and complimented, and if I should emulate the cool girls, I would attract this desire and this love they had to myself, and I'll feel better about myself. So that was the stage I was in then. So I emulated the girls I thought were cool. I think I emulated one girl I thought she was cool, and she was my friend. So I studied this girl like book. I studied this girl. Even celebrities I admired. I just had one celebrity I admired then. I studied her like a book. I made sure I watched all her movies, how she rolled her eyes and everything. And I was having identity crisis because this character, she acts different characters. This is not who she is. But I was trying to emulate the different characters that she's putting out there. And my friend, so I was thinking that if I should do this, I'll be cool and all, but I still felt not fulfilled, because maybe the compliments will be momentarily, sorry, what did I just say, will be momentarily, and it's all gone like vapor. And I transitioned from that into I transitioned from that into, okay, in my SS1 I was not like, I can't go out with boys, I can't be in a relationship now, and also I can't keep emulating people. I need to be myself. And that was when my sister spoke to me that I was acting so much like this girl, and if I don't take time, I will just lose my own identity, that I am unique in my own. I was not like, cool. I took her advice. I was not like, okay, why don't I pour this into myself and start making good grades? And in my SS1, I studied my ass out all through my secondary school years because it made me feel loved. You know how people love to associate with a cool brain, who they think is intelligent? Like, that was what I desired, that was what I craved, and that was what I was getting. So if I make good grades, I feel like I'm on top of the world. Then if I'm not making cool grades, everything will vanish. I was tying my worth so much on my grades. And if you are doing this in whichever way, it is bad. Sometimes you being happy is when you make good grades. That was how I was. And this continued for a very long time. And when I started discovering about self-love, I started seeing people putting hashtag self-love. I watched YouTube videos on self-love. I googled, and it's as if they were saying the same thing. And whatever I'm saying now, I did not research it. I'm just saying things that worked for me. I'm trying to tell you where I was coming from and things that worked for me. Okay, so they were saying the same thing, and for the longest I tried to practice it. Most times I put it as an earpiece in my ear when I'm going out. I put an earpiece and play whatever I was listening on self-love, and like I read my Bible, "You are wonderfully and fearfully made," I repeated it to myself 1,001 times. Like, I kept repeating it to myself, and I was feeling like, oh, this thing these people are saying. I kept playing it because it made me feel confident. And most times when I'm out of that video, I feel less confident. So wherever I felt less confident, wherever I would go to and feel less confident, I would go along with this research I made on Google or whatever I'm playing on YouTube, so it will make me feel better about myself. It was that bad, and this continued. And when someone will talk, I notice that I'm the kind of person that reacts to words that people tell me. So if someone tells me you're not good enough, it gets to me. If someone tells me you're fat, I may laugh it off, but I will come home and start checking. Hey Jesus, I think I'm so fat. Like, how is my hand? Oh, is my hand looking so big? Am I looking ugly? Like, I am so self-critical based on what people had told me about myself. So when I started understanding the kind of person I was when I started journaling. Journaling was, if someone got me angry, I vent everything I had in my mind in a book. I vent. Even if I want to curse the person, I'll curse the person. Say anything I want to say in that book, and I'll tear it. Then I continued this until sometime I said I will buy a journal and keep and start jotting down my thoughts. I was distracted for the longest, but at some point I started, like, most times I'll read these journals, I don't get back to them. I'll write these journals and I don't get back to them. So one day I decided to like read through my journals. I started getting to understand the kind how I spoke, the tone in which I spoke, the kind of person I was, the kind of things that got to me more. I noticed that words got to me more. And it maybe sometimes if you tell me something that was so bad, or that I felt was so bad, it made me crawl back to my shell. I started understanding the kind of person I was. And as I was gaining this understanding, first of all, how I worked on this in terms of self-love was that now, as I am now, if someone should say something about me, like, oh, you're so fat, or you think you're even fine, I try to debunk it there. Because if I don't debunk whatever the person had said at that time, when I get home, the only memory I would have is the memory of what the person was saying to me, the way the person was saying it to me. So most times when someone tells me about something about me that maybe I feel insecure about or anything, I'll tell the person, no, I actually feel like my toes. If someone tells me, oh, your toes are so small, I'll tell the person, no, I think they are really cute. Even though they are small, it's so cute for little toes, and I love my toes. So whenever I get home, and there's a way your thoughts try to regurgitate whatever had happened throughout the day, I'll also remember how I debunked that person and it made me feel at peace. This was what worked for me. So one of the tips to get to self-love on your journey to self-love is first understanding yourself. What triggers your emotions? And most people will be like, if someone gets you angry, don't be reactionary, don't do this one, don't do this one. If your emotions are like, if you get a balloon and you're blowing it, if you don't let go of that emotions in a healthy way, it will let itself out in one way or the other. It may be healthy, it may be unhealthy. That is why you see people having outbursts. You see people that are really quiet, suddenly they're having outbursts, suddenly they are giving out. You not be like, this person don't change. They never change. They have been holding themselves back, they have been piling up that pain, and it just bursts. So one of your journey to self-love is understanding your emotions. How do you express yourself? How do you pour out your emotions? And most times I advise the best way to understand yourself and channel those emotions is through journaling. If you are scared that people may get to read your journal, because trust me, people can be really nosy, you can do it in your phone. They have many apps out there, diary log and everything. You can use it to talk to yourself, converse with yourself. Sometimes you can even stay alone and talk to yourself. Especially I feel like we talk to ourselves more than we even talk to people. And whatever you say to yourself, you need to also practice positive self-talk. Secondly, after understanding your emotions, the next thing you have to do is to cut off whatever you think makes you love yourself more. So I sat myself down and asked myself, so if you are not doing well in school, you'll be hopeless, like you will not feel like you're achieving anything in life. Or if you're not doing something, if your hands are not on something, doing something, you will not feel like you're productive enough. Or maybe if no guy talks to you, that means you're useless. I had to sit myself down and talk to myself and be like, Precious, the truth is that people would come and people would go. And if you don't trust yourself enough to know that you are beautiful, you are enough, and just love yourself. Loving yourself is not knowing when you are in the best place, because loving yourself when a guy is asking you out, or when you're having good grades. It's like loving yourself when you're at your best. You should learn to love yourself unconditionally, and that is even when those acnes are on your face. Because I notice that sometimes when acne is on my face, I am so ashamed of myself. I want to hide my face. I don't want people to see me because I don't feel beautiful today, or I said to hide myself. I don't want to be too much. I don't want to show myself so people will not be like, ah, she's doing too much and start hating me. Like, it was crazy. And I noticed that you trying to please all these people and be all these things, it will only make you even more thirsty. Like, it will always make you more thirsty, unless you find that essence in yourself, loving yourself both in your flaws, in your insecurities. Just love yourself. You would go on social media and you see prettier girls, you would see people doing better than you, see people earning more than you see people of your age having their own cars, getting married, getting their own cars. But one thing I've tried to practice with myself is I don't do like the toxic positivity that will be like, oh Precious, you are enough, no matter what happens, you are enough, period. I look at myself in the mirror and say, Precious, you are not perfect. You may have a lot of things you've not achieved. You may not be at your best. You may not be the most beautiful girl in the world. But I am looking at you and you are the perfect masterpiece. And I am in this body and I have to work in this body. I have to work with this body. So I have to love this body of mine. I have to love my heart. I have to love myself, because imagine I have to work with you. I don't understand. Like, I talk to myself like, Precious, I am talking to you. Like, I am inside of me and I am talking to myself. Do you get? Like, talk to yourself like someone you love, someone you are deeply in love with all those imperfections. Just talk to yourself like someone you truly, honestly love. Because they'll be like, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Some people don't love themselves, so how would they express that love to their neighbors? That is the problem. So I think I've made another point. After understanding yourself, how do you talk to yourself? How do you address yourself? How do you see yourself? It matters so much. How you see yourself matters. And in essence, another point I would love to make is that I don't know how I'm going to say this, but okay, I know most people here are not Christians, but you may not be a Christian, but we still have few Christians too. I don't know the people that are watching this video. You may be a Christian, you may be a Muslim, but also we need to talk to someone. I don't know, but for me, I find this escape as God. I just find that whenever I vent about something to God, I just feel relieved. I just feel really relieved. I feel really relieved. So I don't know why I'm repeating that, but yes, he makes me feel relieved, because I am scared that maybe my journal will not give me the solution sometimes, because it's me talking to my journal all the time. And if I talk to people, some people, it depends on the people you have in your life. There are people that are trusted that can help you out of it, but there are people that are not on the same journey as you, so they may not even understand how you feel. So sometimes talking to God just knows how to put you in situations where your problems are solved. To be honest, I talk to him and I find solutions to my problems in the tiniest ways, or in unexpected ways I can't even imagine. Do you understand? I just find solutions in the tiniest things. And another way to love yourself is to stop being envious and jealous of people. Stop it, honey. Stop it. Like, a lot of us are so bitter because of someone else is doing better. You'd be like, why is it not me? I will continue to repeat it in this channel. Let go of envy and let go of jealousy. what is for you will come to you. If your friend is achieving everything you've always wanted to achieve, and she's not putting in the work, or you feel like you deserved it better, why won't you be simply happy for her? I know it's very difficult. I know sometimes you'll be questioning everything and be like, why? But you need to honestly vent out these emotions in the positive way. If it's through journaling, if it's through talking to someone, just any way than taking the drastic action of backbiting that your friend, or even thinking of killing them. Because what is going on in the world today is very crazy. If you don't curb envy and jealousy, it will not only eat you up, it will show. Because I don't know, working on your heart, working on yourself will help you. Because if you cultivate anger, jealousy and all these things, it will have a way of showing from the outside that start influencing your actions. So be careful, just be careful. Have you ever had that friend, be it a boy or a girl, they're not even that fine, but the way they carry themselves, you'll be like, even you that feel like you're finer than them, you'll be like, damn, like, wow, like, I don't get it. Like, what is even making you feel yourself like this? That is the spirit you should have. You should know that I know that there are people that are better than me out there, I know, but I still love me, and I am not in a competition with anybody. Okay? And don't let anybody talk down on you. Don't let anybody talk down on you. It has a way of eating deep into you. Know the kind of friends you keep. Just know the kind of friends you keep. I don't know, my battery is really low. Just know the kind of friends you keep, because the kind of friends you keep influences your mentality. If you have friends that don't hype you up, or they're always saying you're even ugly, like, even like they're always bringing you down, please, you need to cut them off. Then there's nothing to be kept about them. Because sometimes I had this let me keep people low, I don't know who they will be tomorrow, who they will be waiting. I beg, if somebody is toxic to you, cut them off. Whatever they are going to be today, kudos to them. Whatever they are going to be tomorrow, kudos to them. But you don't need to entertain negativity or any kind of evil vibes because of the future, and you're damaging yourself now. The future is now, so cut them off, period. Okay, the next please, I'm not trying to be violent, but what is supposed to be said is just have to be said. Okay, so just be careful of the friends you keep, and be careful. Don't try to not step on toes or anything. Make sure you counter when people make unnecessary fun of you or try to bring you down, because there's a thin line between joke and trying to bring you down, and you should identify it and debunk it at that point. The next point I want to make is hygiene. Taking care of yourself makes you feel better about yourself. You can take care of your heart by praying, journaling, listening to good podcasts, YouTube videos like this one. You're investing in your heart. Listen to those videos. Try to invest in what you hear and what everything, your positive self-talk and all. But also try to practice hygiene. Try to feel good about yourself. Have that shower morning and night, and go to sleep with your fragrance. Like, go to sleep after spraying that nice lovely fragrance on yourself. Invest in drinking water, doing your skincare. Like, invest in those things that make you feel good about yourself. Just make sure you look good, and you are practicing good hygiene. Brush your teeth, drink enough water, look good for yourself. You don't need to break the bank to make yourself look good. Okay, like, buy that sunglasses, because Nigerians feel that, okay, if you wear sunglasses, you are doing shakara. We tend to forget that it's to protect yourself from the rays of the sun. But buy that sunglasses, look like that body. Hey, please, this is not time to play humility, so you not step on people's toes. Buy that sunglasses if it makes you look like that girl, and just feel confident in yourself. Just feel happy. you shouldn't be happy when you're achieving something or when something good happens, or like you should just make yourself happy by yourself. Okay, take care of your skin, girl. Take care of your hair. Just take care of your oral hygiene. Take care of yourself everywhere, so you feel good about yourself. Get your playlist. Get that playlist that make you feel the best. You see music. You see music. You don't know the secrets behind music. Okay, tell me why music is ruling the world. You see this thing called song. Ah, even if you're a bad dancer, you don't need to be a good dancer to enjoy the vibes. Learn to dance. Learn to privately put down music and rock the music, like whatever song it is. If it's praises, shouts, jump up, do whatever it is, that your jam. Get that your playlist. Me, I have a playlist for my mood. If I just want to relax and be in solitude and just chill and read my book, I have my quiet solitude playlist. Like, I enjoy being by myself. Like, I just love this girl. And if I want to like feel myself, or if I want to work and I'm feeling I'm not feeling motivated, sorry, to work, I use music to mop the house, to fetch water, to wash plates, because I love music and podcasts, like, and YouTube videos. Like, just sing around the house. Get that your playlist that makes you feel confident about yourself. If you need to get an earbud or an earpiece, just play that song as you walk down the street. Just play that song as you're by yourself, and you see that you start loving yourself. The song just start feeling so much like you, and you just, this is what works for me. You can find what makes you feel more loved by yourself. Okay, there are different strokes for different folks. Okay, so like I'm giving you the advice, and it's just like a square peg in a round hole. Just find what works for you, and if you want to practice these things that worked for me, you can practice them. Just make sure you dot the I's and cross the T's, and that is by making sure your self-love comes from within. Let it not be attached to anything like boyfriend, like whether you're being productive. Or the truth is, you have to be connected to everything, but not attached to anything. Don't be too attached to anything. Don't make anything be the essence of your being. If you're not doing this, then that is why a lot of people get into depression, because they feel like they are not where they are supposed to be, or who they are supposed to be. No, define success for yourself. Define success for yourself, baby girl, and move at your pace. Move at your pace. Like, everything is a step at a time. I don't know. The truth is, this is what has helped me. Understanding myself, trying to find my music, my playlist, trying to find me, trying to enjoy my own company, and just another tip. Do what you fear most. I love dancing. I have this extra attitude. I just love dancing. I love music. I am not the best dancer, but if I hear music like this, so before, if I want to dance, I'll be like, people are here. Hi God. No, I don't care. Like, I am not owing you. So if I hear that song, I'ma dance to the beats, because if I die tomorrow, now only 2 months they could take money, and the rest will be history. So stop caring about what people will say, who is here. Just be yourself. The truth is that you can never please everybody. What matters is that you love yourself, and your family loves you, and the people you care about loves you. So why are you trying to make everybody love you? Even Jesus said they don't even love him. Everybody don't even love him. So why are you expecting that everybody will love you? Really? Like, really? you must be the biggest joker of all time. So just know that you cannot please people. Do things that you fear, do things that makes you happy, step out of your comfort zone. You see that when you do that, you'll be like, is it even this thing that I was overthinking in my head? Was even this thing that I've been overthinking? That is the truth. If you just do that thing, you'll be like, is it this thing I'm even overthinking? Whether nobody cares, whether nobody is giving you feedback, whether nobody cares or even compliments you, keep moving. Be your biggest cheerleader. Like, literally be your biggest cheerleader, because you have yourself. You only have yourself in this world. Anybody can leave at any time, either through the natural or natural means, whatever it may be. But always try and always be true to yourself. Have whatever you channel your heart to that will never disappoint you. To me is God. I channel everything to God because He will never disappoint me. Surround yourself with positive people. I have friends that are really positive. I have even this particular girl, she knows herself. My biggest hype man, like oh God, she's very positive, like very, very positive. Surround yourself with people that encourage you, that push you to be better, and that has these positive vibes. There are friends that you come to or stay with, you'll be angry, you'll be depressed, you'll be thinking of when will I make this money. Please, you don't need that kind of vibes, please. Okay, so I don't know if you had picked 18 or 2 from this video, but this is going to be the end of this video. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section, and you can leave video suggestions for me, video ideas. Please, I need to be making this content based on what you want to see. So leave a comment in the comment section about the videos you want to see on this channel. Don't forget to share this video in your platforms, your status, your Facebook, your Instagram. Please share, it means a lot to me. And if you watch the end of this video, you are the real MVP. So if you watch to the end of this video, type MVP so I'll know that you watched the end of this video. This is our trick. Okay, so I am happy to have you here. See you in my next video. I'll always give you that. Kisses. Bye.